Todd, thank you. We'll start here. Former President Trump expected to appear before the U.S. Supreme Court today.
The nation's highest court is set to decide on whether Colorado can exclude former President Trump from the state's 2024 presidential primary ballot under the 14th Amendment. The ruling in this case will have a national impact, particularly here in Maine, where Secretary of State Shenna Bellows disqualified Trump from our state's primary ballot, also citing the 14th Amendment and Trump's role in the January 6th Capitol riot. NBC's Bree Jackson has more.
Whether former President Trump can legally be on the 2024 ballot is a question before the High Court today. This after Colorado's Supreme Court kicked the GOP frontrunner off the state's Republican ballot, citing his role in events leading up to the January 6 attack on the U.S. Capitol. Colorado's Secretary of State says the message is clear.
States can rightfully disqualify oath-breaking insurrectionists like Donald Trump, and that is perfectly within the confines of the Constitution and federalism.
The case centers around Section 3 of the Constitution's 14th Amendment. It bars anyone who has engaged in insurrection from holding federal office. Trump claims the case is an effort to stop his latest run for the White House.
They want to silence me because I will never let them silence you.
The Trump campaign called Colorado's state Supreme Court decision flawed, and his lawyers appealed to the Supreme Court. Today, justices will hear both sides.
So, the issue of sort of how one deals with the 14th Amendment is initially before the Supreme Court, and they could rule against Donald Trump, in which case there's no further inquiry. But even if they rule for him and overrule the Colorado Supreme Court, we will still have the decision about whether somebody who is engaged in that conduct should be there.
Barring a quick ruling, Trump's name remains on the Republican primary ballot for March 5th. Even if the High Court rules against former President Trump, he will not be immediately disqualified from running. The issue will return to individual states. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.